Well, Phil, let's talk about your big moment first there. You actually smiled and seemed to enjoy it.
Yeah, I just give all the credit to my Lord Savior Jesus Christ, and then my teammates. I've had so many great teammates to come through here, great coaches, and just kind of seeing how my teammates reacted, I think, is what made it so special. And just their reaction on the bench and them coming up to me, high-fiving, was definitely the best part about the whole game. And without them, I don't know where I'd be, and I can't give them enough thanks. Not just for today or anything, and trying to get me a shot at the end, but through this whole season, and definitely my career.
When we talked to you on Thursday, rightfully so, you didn't want this to be a big thing, but because of the nature of the game and the way that was going, did it make it more comfortable for you and maybe more relaxed and you could enjoy it more?
Yeah, it was definitely fun to do it in front of our fans, and we had a good turnout today. And, I thought the fans were great. I thought they gave us a lot of energy, and we fed off that early, especially in the first half. We made our run. And, it was definitely a moment I won't forget. But like I said, I'm just extremely blessed to be able to put the Oklahoma State uniform on and be able to take the court with this group of guys. And, it was a great moment. But, now we kind of look forward to Monday, and that's a game that we definitely haven't played too well in the past couple of years.
What did Keaton say to you?
Just congratulations, and I don't think he gets enough credit, for what he does around here, and the career that he had was remarkable. He's a legend around here, and what he accomplished is a big reason, why I chose to come here. Just seeing him play, I looked up to him, in Dallas, when he was up here playing, and he had a great career, and just kind of be able to follow him and have him mentor me, teach me things that I was struggling with from my freshman year on, and he's been a great help to me, and I can't thank him enough for everything he's done for me.
A couple moments before you hit the record shot, I think Coach Underwood called the timeout, and it seemed like it was meant to just sort of try to draw something up for you there. How much, once you tied it, how much was there sort of a let's get this over with?
You could just kind of hear it with the fans and then everybody on the bench, and just like I said, I keep saying this, but my teammates, I can't give them enough credit. As the clock kept kind of ticking down, they're like, let's get Phil a shot. And so that's what just makes it so special, is just the team part of this. And that was my favorite part of this game, was just seeing their reaction and seeing how happy they were for me is what made it so special.
When you guys played West Virginia, you mentioned afterwards how it sort of felt like you guys sort of disappointed the sold-out crowd and all that. Mm-hmm. Today was kind of buzzing, I guess kind of similar to that. Just how, I guess, kind of satisfying is it to do what you guys did today in front of a crowd that, you've seen it your first couple of years here, but it hasn't been here recently?
Yeah, like I said, I can't say enough about that. They came out, and they were very loud. Our students were great. On the court, just kind of hearing some of the stuff that they were saying, they were great from the whole game, and that definitely makes a difference, when other teams come in here and we can kind of feed off our fans' energy and make runs like we did in the first half. I think that was a special moment. I think that was the most electric Gallagher's been this year for sure, and we realized that we didn't play too well early at home, so it's something that we were trying to fix, and we just really want to say thank you to all the fans that came out, because it definitely helped us today.
Arkansas coach, when he was in here, started by saying that he could feel the emotion in the building because of the day's events and everything like that. What you guys were remembering and all that. He thought from his perspective you guys fed off that. Did you in fact?
It gave us a lot of energy when our fans jumping up and down, screaming names, and when we making shots, they give us confidence. So it's a lot of help.
Coach Anderson also talked about your game, and he said when you've got a guy back there that everybody knows can score, but he's just as concerned, maybe even more concerned, with getting his guys in the game. That's a pretty tough thing to deal with. Talk about that comment.
He's right. I love seeing my teammates score. And nothing makes me happier seeing them get points and me getting assists. So, I just check and see how many assists I have. I just try to get as many assists as I can every game.
You guys scored the first 9 points. You mentioned the crowd's into it and going. How important was that as far as getting you guys going and continuing?
It was very important. Them starting off being loud, us scoring, it changed the game for us, and it helped us out on defense, on the defensive end, and it was just great for us.
Juwan, we heard Phil's side, but what was the team's mentality like in wanting to help him break that record tonight?
Just getting Phil the ball, getting him his shots. So I mean, it was great seeing him, the experience, being here with him, breaking the record. So I mean, it was great.
Phil is someone who's immersed himself in the sort of the culture around here as long as you have. Can you speak to how? I mean, it's great to have a performance like today. It's obviously great for you personally to break a pretty important record, but to have all that happen with the crowd the way it was on a day like today with all the the remembrance that was going on.
Yeah, that definitely adds to it, and that's a special moment every year. It's always a big game for us, and it's just something that's bigger than basketball. It's something that I think the fans, the Stillwater community, Oklahoma State fans everywhere kind of come together and try to, cherish that moment and pay respects to their families. And I can't imagine, what those families had to go through, and just kind of honoring them any way we can.
Phil, you talked about the game being bigger than basketball. It kind of felt like when you guys first came out, there was no way you were going to lose this game. Did you feel that too? What was the charge like amongst your team?
There were so many reasons that we wanted to play well. Obviously, first of all, the remember the 10. That's first and foremost, and protecting our home court, trying to keep our winning streak going. And I thought Juwan came out and did a great job setting the tempo, and like he really did. He got everybody involved, and I think sometimes we kind of take for granted what he does and what he brings to our team. I think everyone kind of just expects him to go get 30 every night, and when he doesn't, people are like, "What's wrong with him?" He is obviously capable of that, but he did a great job, as he has been, every game this season, of commanding our team. And obviously it makes my job a lot easier when I have a point guard that's as willing of a passer as he is.
In the span of 8 days from the Texas Tech game to here, how has the vibe around this team changed?
A lot of energy, just trying to get better every day in practice, just soaking everything in that the coach is just telling us to do, and we taking the mentality on defense just to try to get a lot of stops.
Did you guys feel different? I mean, your confidence and everything, together?
Yeah, I think so. I think our confidence building up for everybody, Jeff, Phil, me, all the younger guys. I mean, just it's a confidence builder for us, and it's just helping us getting the wins.
Carry that down the road to Norman on Monday?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Phil, you've been with some pretty good teams going down to Norman, and Oklahoma State hasn't won there, more than a decade. What's different about that game, that environment, or is there anything different? It's just you guys haven't played well down there.
I honestly don't know. If I knew the answer, I guess that we'd fix it. And everyone is aware that we haven't played well, and we've honestly just kind of got it handed to us pretty well, in Norman since I've been here. And we're aware that that's a game we haven't had too much success with. And I know OU lost today, but that game's very misleading. They've been playing well, going into today, and we know they're a very young, very talented team, and they could score the ball so well. And we definitely have our hands full, and we definitely, with the short turnaround, we kind of have to forget about this one, or the second we leave the gym and start, preparing for Monday.
What do you relay to the younger players on your team about this rivalry? I mean, obviously they're aware, but, especially with you traveling down to Norman.
It's just we know that they're going to play their best. We know we're going to get Oklahoma's best, and you'd hope that they would get our best as well. And when it's a rivalry game, both teams are going to come out playing hard with a bunch of emotion and aggression from the start to the end. And so we just have to kind of dial in, focus on what the game plan is, what the coaches are telling us, and realize that it is a little bit more than a game. It's a game that I think is big for our fans, big for our program. And, it's a game we got to go down there and just kind of take it 4 minutes at a time and come together as a team. And, hopefully we come out on top.
What are your guys' reactions when you see Devon Dillard dunk the ball? I mean, that kid's insane.
Very insane. When he dunked the ball, it just gave me so much energy. I just be so happy for him, and it gets us rolling. Like his energy off the bench, it's a great thing for us.
Anything else, guys? Thanks, gentlemen. Bring Coach in.
Congrats, Phil.
Thank you.
We'll let you start us off with your thoughts on the game, and we'll take the question.
Two things before we get into the game. Congratulations to Phil. Excellence is very, very hard and very difficult to achieve. And for him to, one, surpass Keaton Page, who I have tremendous respect for as a player, having played against him, and I know how hard and committed Keaton was to success. And then getting the head coaching job here and watching Phil work, I couldn't be happier to be a part of watching him achieve greatness, and that's what that was today. You don't become the best at something without a lot of work. So, congratulations to Phil. Secondly, that's what I came here for. Crowds like that, this building like that. That's special. And so I want to say thank you to the fans. More importantly, the students. I enjoyed hanging out with them a little bit tailgate this morning, and they're a big part of this, and so I want to say thank you to them and everybody who drove in. It's a special day at Oklahoma State basketball. Remember the 10. I had the opportunity to speak to them before the game today, and it's emotional. And I hope today was about celebrating their lives and yet remembering. And so a big day in Oklahoma State basketball, and very, very honored and proud to be a part of it. I thought our defense was tremendous first half. I had two things that I was concerned about going in. I think anytime you play one of Mike's teams, you're concerned about the press and tempo and transition. And I thought our defense, not allowing them to score, allowed us to get in transition where we're really good. And it got easy baskets. That eases the burden off playing in the half court against them when they do score. So I thought we were very good there. 17 offensive rebounds. When they had 18 total defensive, those are great numbers. Mitch got in foul trouble again, but I thought he set a great tone. And then he has 5 offensive rebounds for the game. Those are big numbers. Juwan Evans, I thought maybe played one of his best games of the year today. Just from a controlling the game. You look at his line, 16 points, 7 rebounds. We talked at great length about our guards getting back in and rebounding. He did that, and then 8 assists, 1 turnover. What a line. And then you look and I don't know. Phil's shot so many balls in his career. I don't know if he's ever had 6 assists. We'll have to look that up. But that's a big number from your backcourt, 14 assists. And we'll take 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. I thought we had great flow, and we got great shots, which was a big part of the first half as well. But overall, very pleased. Very, very, very good effort. And 5 guys in double figures, and that's always refreshing for me to see.
9-0 start, and you get the crowd going, and it seems to fuel you. And you guys never relented. It didn't seem like you just kept pushing and kept extending the lead.
Man, I don't want to jinx it. Maybe we're growing. We've done that in some other games, and we've let our guards down, and we talk about that at length is growing up, and playing the possession for what it's worth, not playing the scoreboard, and I hope we're growing up. I'm not going to say I'm sold on it yet, but we're getting there, and that was again, I think transition helped us because we got stops. We didn't have to face their press. We didn't have to get it out of the net. And then, we've been pretty successful with tempo, and we got some easy baskets, and that was. And I thought Lucas Kassan came in that first half, got a couple easy baskets and a couple nice plays, and really helped us in that spurt as well.
You mentioned Mitch still had the fouls. Lucas kind of got into some foul trouble, but for the most part, and I know it's different every game with different sets of officials, but that's one of the things that's improved too overall. Guys doing a better job moving their feet, staying out of foul trouble.
Yeah, backing off our defense has helped us in a lot of ways, and that's one of them. And shortened rotations helped our guys keep their man in front better. I thought we were excellent in the first half with that. Second half, it's a little more challenging when you're up 25 or 30, and to keep that mental focus, and they hurt us. But overall, I was very pleased, and that's one of the things that's helped us. We still, Leighton had a reach in, a slap that's a bad foul on a scouting report mistake. So, those are the things we've got to try to clean up, but we're getting there.
Brad, you could have all the emotion in the world and then put it in the building and hope that you sort of live up to it or honor, I don't know if that's the right word, by how your kids perform on such an important day. This would be ideal, I would think, but it appeared that you fed off the emotion of the day. And Mike Anderson even referenced that when he started his postgame comments.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? I mean, it's nice to play this well, but on a day like today, I think that makes it sort of again an ideal maybe.
Yeah, the last sellout we had, we didn't play very well. West Virginia thumped us, but I think I think you have a challenge as a coach to. We understand, and everybody and all of our fans understand what today is. Sometimes you have to be careful what you burden your players with, and talk about. Absolutely, remember the 10. That's a big part of who this university is, who our program is, and they're a part of that. So there is extra emotion. They knew why we were wearing the uniforms. They knew why we were wearing. And by the way, those uniforms are awesome. But they get that. And so I don't know if we played with any different energy than we had against TCU, but it was easier to get it revved up and keep it revved up because of the way we played.
Coach Bedlam on Monday, and you got a quick turnaround carrying this energy over to that game. What's that like for you in your first year with the rivalry?
Well, the positive thing is we experienced the quick turn last week, and with a Saturday Monday, we told them we can enjoy this till they leave the building, and then it's on to the next, and that's a conference game with Oklahoma. That team I have tremendous respect for, because I have so much respect for Coach Kruger. I know I don't know what their score ended up today, but I know that they were down, and they'll be prepared. But it's it's a conference game against a great opponent who's extremely well coached, and to be very honest, hadn't been much of a rivalry of late. They've owned us, and you got to win a few games to have a rivalry. So we know we're going to have to fight. We know we're going to have to play, and it's on their turf, and we're going to see a very, very talented and Jordan Woodard's one of the elite guards in this league, and they're coming off the Final Four. So, we know we're going to have to play extremely well.
You mentioned during the losing streak the importance of just kind of getting one to get things rolling in the other direction. After Texas Tech in this last week, have you seen a mentality change in your players?
A big one. I mean, we all feel good when there's positive things happen in our life. You have to be very careful with never getting too high and never getting too low. I'm proud of our guys, and that starts with our leadership. I'm proud that they could have chucked it, with the 0-6, and they've kept fighting. They've kept their heads up, and then with that has become better execution, better growth, doing things better. If we can continue that uphill climb, we're not at the peak yet. We haven't played the best we can play. Today I took the first group out, and the second group didn't do a very good job of managing a lead. They have to grow up. That's part of youth. But that's, winning helps all of that. And yet we're, now I can push them harder that we're winning. We can really work to create that get better mentality.
Were you cycling through plays in your head to try to find Phil, the three-pointer once you tied it?
I tried. Keaton was down there giving me the dirty eye, but you know, he was going to get it at some point, and you know, and truthfully, I mean, when guys get going and make shots, one of the things that I like to do is keep riding that horse until they miss it, and yeah, we'll keep trying. We always want to try to get Phil shots. He's got a better chance to make it than most people in the country, and we feel good about that.
He gets a lot better reception in this building than he would have Monday.
I'll take your word for that. I'm guessing you're right.
But that's a cool thing, right, for this crowd to enjoy that.
Oh, they
Yeah.
should, and that's why I wanted to take him out and let him have his moment. That was just his, and then as soon as the ball went live, I put 3 other subs in. But he deserved that, and I want him to know how grateful I am for him believing in me, believing in our staff, and like I've said many times, his importance to our program will long outlive his time in a jersey because of how hard he's worked and how committed he's been to not just having a good senior year, but a great one, and he's worked towards that.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.